Hey guys, it's G, and in this video I'm going to reveal what I am going to move to for 2020, and it is the Jibun Lite mini diary, and here it is. Now, I did a whole unboxing video and a first impressions, and I thought, I think probably the most efficient way to talk about why I moved to this planner is just to show you some of the things that were pros for me. I didn't have any plans to move anywhere. I was going to stay this until it was done. This is an April start, so it's good until March 2020. But Kokuyo had all these great new releases, and when I saw this, the mini diary, I thought this might be the planner for me. And now is a good time to switch if I'm going to, because I would love to be able to stay in a planner for 1 year solid. I think that's only happened once, and that was with the Hobonichi back in 2017. So let me just talk you through the pros and cons and why I moved over to here. Because as you know, I do love this planner. It is actually my planner piece, but there were some things in here that really made me want to move over. So let me start with the first thing, is that this is very streamlined. This is a mini B6, and you can see compared to the A5 how much smaller it is in width and height, but it's a lot smaller here with thickness, which is really where I wanted to be more streamlined. I do have the idea book in here, but it only takes up that much. So the rest of this is all planner. So this is going to be a lot easier to carry around with. I've got a smaller bag than I used to have, and I think I'll appreciate the limits on weight. A big reason why it's smaller, other than the size, is it has a lot less pages in it. In the regular A5 Biz, which is what I have, it opens up and it has this explanation of how to use the planner. It has a sample page on how to use it, and then it has the Calendex. It has an age chart, and then it has all the money plan, a map of Japan. I mean, these are all really great things, I think, if you use this specifically for this purpose, and if you're living in Japan and you're a business person using this. But for me, I don't use any of these pages. I rarely, if ever, even look at them. I've thought about using them, but they just, on a day-to-day basis, these aren't useful for me. So when you open up the Lite Mini, it goes straight into the Calendex. And then it has these general pages where you can make lists and use them if you want, and so you can kind of customize this, which would be more useful. I don't think I'm going to use them, but I like that they're just generic, so you can do whatever you want with them. One part of the planner that I have looked at using and have tried several times is the Gantt chart. And in the A5 Biz, it is its own section. And as you can see, I tried it out in March. I had sort of success with it, but then I kind of fell through, and then I tried to pick it up again in November, starting here. And the other part is I don't really use the monthly pages. Until last month, I discovered that I could use them to kind of do some memory keeping. And so what really intrigued me about the mini is that the Calendex and the monthly pages are on the same spread. And so you can see it here. I've already set it up for December. And I think this is going to be a lot more useful because I can see the tracking here and keep up with it. And if I have any events or anything, that I can log that at the top. Or if I want to do this page for my Miracle Morning, I could put my affirmation here and then track the things that I want to track this month here. And I just think this is going to be so much more useful. So I'm excited about that. Now, it is the beginning of this planner, and that's when I'm the most effective and efficient, but I think adding the Calendex to the monthly pages saves a lot of paper and also increases the usability of both of those in one move. So another pro for me with this planner is that it's neutral. I don't really like the regular Jibun, the non-biz version, because I don't like the font. It's in that robotic font that I think is too heavy, and I think the color scheme is too bright for me. I prefer a neutral. So this has a really subdued font, easy to read, very clear. And then Saturday is in blue and Sunday is in pink. And I'm used to that already for the Biz, so I like that it has that. Also, the fonts are lighter and they don't have the circles on here, so it's a little bit easier to read. It doesn't give you the ability to quickly glance about when it's night versus day because those circles did that for you. Let me show you. See, for instance, here, that's when it's night, and then these are your daytime hours. The distinction with the the distinction with the Lite Mini is that there's this little line here, and that's fine. I mean, that's enough for me. So it's not so heavy, it's a little bit more neutral and a little more subtle, which I appreciate. The cons, however, though, there are some that I wanted to show you. One of them is that it, of course, is a lot smaller. So if you have big writing, this might not be the size for you, and I'm a little unsure about how I'll feel as I go. Also because, you know, I have a lot of stickers, a lot of Happy Planner stickers, and they're huge now compared to this. So I'll have to cut them down, but that's fine. And then I'm not quite yet comfortable, like Salmon went over here. Normally I have a little bit more space. But it's not as bad as I thought. That was the thing that made me the most nervous, was how much smaller this is in comparison. But I think it'll be okay. And I like the paper. This is a new paper that Kokuyo came out with for their products. It's the thin paper. And it's actually weighted, to me, it feels pretty solidly between the Mio paper, which is in the Biz, and the Tomoe River paper, which is what they used to carry in the minis. I think this is supposed to be a little bit more durable for friction pens, which is what I use, so I appreciate that. So when you erase on this, you know how the Tomoe River paper would kind of, you have to be very, very gentle. This one can take the erasing a little bit better. So I like it. It's soft. It's not as smooth as the Mio paper, and it doesn't make me want to create like the Tomoe River paper did, but it's perfectly fine. So those were the pros, just to review. The pros is this is more streamlined, it's efficient, and I really like the neutral color scheme. And so the cons are, it is a bit small, and I'm hoping that won't be an issue for me as I go, but I'm willing to give it a try. And the other con is that it doesn't have a clear case attached to it. This just has this cover and no other pockets or anything, so if you have accessories, you're going to want to have to get a separate case. Also, this cover is a little bit, it looks like it's textured and hard, but it's not. This is not hardbound, which kind of surprised me in the pictures. I assumed it was, but this is soft. And it looks like it has a texture, but it's smooth, so it's like a faked texture. It's fine, though. I think I like the subtle quality with the metallic 2020 on here and on the side. It feels fine, but not anything extraordinary. So let me give you a quick peek of my super quick setup that I did today. Here is the monthly page. I've already kind of let you look at it, but I just had space for one deco sticker, just a little bit of lights for December, and then I'm going to be tracking 4 things so far: Miracle Morning, exercise, physical therapy exercises, which I keep kind of forgetting to do, and then no sugar, which after Thanksgiving, these last 4 days, that totally has an X by it. So let's see if that can get any better. So for this, I am using the Zig Clean Color Dot by Kuretake. These are amazing. I can show you on this paper here, you can make these little dots. You can make them big, you can make them tiny. And then on this side, there is a small marker tip. And I love them. They come in a lot of colors, and they're perfect for marking down in here. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm just using these 2 colors for December. And then on the weekly page here, I just have a tiny weekend banner, just a little bit of space for food. I might put in weekly priorities here, but it's pretty small. It just can fit in some of my events this week. And then I'm not sure how well the pictures that I put in afterward with the sprocket will fit, but that'll be fun to find out. Okay, so that's it for this video. This is my new home for 2020. It's a little bit like moving from the big house into a tiny home. It has everything you need, super efficient, but will I feel like I don't have enough space in a few months? We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted, of course. Hope you have a great week. I hope you have your plans for 2020, and if you know exactly what you're going to do, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear it. And if you are thinking about moving into the mini light diary, I can recommend it. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.